Morning kings and queens, Lynn's here with another art tutorial for you guys. Now I can't teach you how to go platinum with no features, but I can teach you how to draw jcole, and that's what we're doing today. So I like to use Microsoft Paint because it's a free program unlike GIMP or Procreate. I start with a 600 by 600 pixel canvas and I use the calligraphy tool a lot. I'm also drawing on the XP Pen G640, which I got for pretty cheap online. Right now we're going to start with the shape of the face. We're going to make sure we line up his hairline right. Get the sides of the face there, get the cheeks, and now we're starting to draw his chin right here. And then we're going to start adding in his eyebrows. Jcole got some big bushy eyebrows, so make sure you do them right. And then we're going to start adding in the nose here. Oh, so for those of you guys wondering, in my last video I told y'all about how I got beat up so bad I had to go to the hospital. To give you guys some perspective, my doctor said I broke over 300 bones, which is more bones than the whole human body, so I don't even know how that happened. But anyway, so after being in a body cast for a few months, I had to go to physical therapy to learn how to walk again because I was messed up. Alright, so we got the nose here, we got the eyes, and now I'm starting to add I'm using the line tool to add some white lines to the sides of the eyebrows to kind of make it look a little nicer. I added in the eyelids here. I'm making sure I move around the eyebrows to make sure they're not too close to the eyes. And I'm adding him some eyelashes here because, I mean, jcole got some beautiful eyes. I'm not even going to lie. Like, and I know he look extra, like, feminine right now, but once I add in the facial hair, you'll see it look different. So we added in the hair for the sides of the eyebrows, you know, because it's a little messy. It's a little unkept, but that's cool because he a goat. Goats are kind of hairy, you know. So we're adding in the lips. I'm making sure to, you know, sometimes it takes you a few tries to get the lip shape right. We added in the teeth. The teeth look terrible, so we gonna fix that. Took those out, added in some new teeth, looking much better. Make sure to make the nose, move the nose around, make sure it looks proper. I'm gonna redo the teeth again because it just don't look right. I also made the lip a little better here, so, you know, that's why I like to have a reference photo next to my drawing while I'm doing it. That way I can keep looking back to it and be like, does this look right? Can I do better? And sometimes you just got to redo some parts, you know. Don't overthink it too much, but sometimes you got to redo it. Anyway, so once I was walking back to normal, you know, I thought about just letting go the beef between me and my neighbor. But then I'm like, nah, I need to get my revenge, you know? So I start hitting the gym up to get my rematch body on. And after a couple hours working out at the gym, I noticed my muscles ain't really growing fast enough. So I start eating nothing but protein and creatine shakes, and I start hitting the gym serious. I'm talking like 6 times a week. I'm trying to get swole fast because my neighbor was swole, and I'm trying to outdo her. All right, so we're adding in the facial hair here, making sure to get, you know, add all the beard in, get his mustache right, add the little, you know, the little soul patch in between his lips and his chin, and make sure to get the lines on the sides of his temples right there, so, you know, getting the shape of his head right. Add the, you know, the bags under his eyes. I'm making sure to move over the side of his head so his head doesn't look too fat. Everything's got to be proportional, you know. Whenever you're looking at trying to get your picture right, make sure your proportions are correct, or else it's gonna look wrong. Making sure to clean up the mustache. All right, so where was I? Yeah, so I was working out at the gym, going 6 times a week. I was going hard, but after the first week, I still wasn't seeing much results. So I'm like, okay, R1, R2, up, down, left, right. I started entering the real life cheat codes, and I started using steroids. Now I was finally starting to see results, and my doctor, my friends, my family was all worried, telling me I shouldn't be doing it. But one thing I've learned in life is don't take advice from anyone who can't beat you up, because that's weak advice, literally. So after I looked like the Incredible Hulk if he stayed white, I'm like, okay, it's rematch time. All right, so I'm gonna start using the spray paint tool to kind of add in that little extra stubble for the hair right there on the chin, make it look a little more realistic. Clean it up with the eraser tool, make sure, you know, it kind of looks like a straight line somewhat. I'm using the calligraphy tool there again to add in some lines on the soul patch, cleaning it up around the lip so that still stands out. And I always like cleaning up my lines with the eraser tool. I love using that a lot to make sure, you know, there's no little dots that shouldn't be there. And since, you know, his hair is kind of big, I decided to make the canvas a little bigger there. So if you got to do that, sometimes that's necessary. So right now we're going to start adding the hair in. Sometimes I just add it as like a black blob, and then you can go back and make it better. So we're going to start adding in the dreads. I think I used the crayon tool to add in the dreads. Anyway, so where was I? Yeah, so I'm like, it's rematch time. It's, you know, I'm about to go get my revenge. So I get back home and I start pounding on my neighbor's door. And she knows I mean business because after the first 2 knocks, half the door are already gone. She opens what's left of her door and she's like, yo, what's your problem? And I'm like, you my problem and I came to solve it. And she take one look at me and she said, I know you ain't get that swole that quick. You took a shortcut, huh? And I'm like, who cares? You still catching these hands. And she said she ain't wasting her time with me and she gonna sick her dog on me. All right, so, you know, we added in the rest of the dreads right here. Make sure to add a bunch, you know, because it's like really dense. You don't want to have too many openings there. You can color it in like all the way black for the top part, you know, to where it looks like the top of his head is all covered with hair. You know, making sure to fill it out so there's no like big empty holes there. Yeah, so she's like, she gonna sick her dog on me. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I was not prepared to fight no guard dog, so I was a little shook. I was like, yo, is she gonna send out the German Shepherd, the Rottweiler? Bruh, this woman came back out with a Chihuahua. She like, get him, Bruce. And I almost died laughing, y'all, but while I was celebrating early, this dog had the audacity to jump up and latch onto my balls. Instant tears, fam. Now, I'm no animal abuser, so I wasn't going to hit this dog to get it off, but I didn't know what to do because he wouldn't let go of me. Since the dog wouldn't let go, I knew I was going to need medical assistance anyway. I decided to just call 911, and he did not let go of my crotch until the ambulance arrived. So long story short, I'm in the hospital again. My doctor said, except for the stress I'm under from all these medical bills and the fact I'll never be able to have kids, I should be fine. You know, I should recover just okay. So you're going to add the finishing touches on this. You're going to make sure, you know, if there's any last things you want to add in, because sometimes when you put the color over, it's harder to fix mistakes like that. So if you have Windows 10, you can use Microsoft Paint 3D to add in the color like I do. I add his name to the bottom there. Make sure to put your watermark for your artist name so no one tries to steal your art. And boom, you got a masterpiece. Also, if you guys need any art commissions done or want to take an online course for how to draw these portraits, the links for that are below. If anyone pissed you off this week, tell me about it in the comments below. Feel free to vent. If you want to make my day a little better, feel free to hit that like button if you haven't yet, subscribe and ring that bell. But yeah, I make a new art tutorial every single week and I'm stuck in the hospital right now, but I'll update you guys in the next video. Peace.